In this video, traders, we're going to look at building a plan around your trading weaknesses. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. Alright, so you know what people say, hey, you've got a trading weakness, you've got to overcome it. And we've done videos on this channel as well. I've done videos where we talked about overcoming weaknesses. And listen, you know, sometimes we've got to just knuckle down, spend the next 30 days trying to undo a bad habit that we know doesn't serve us in trading. That's just the way it is. However, we can make life easier for ourselves by creating a trading plan that tries to kind of wheel our way around the weaknesses. Now, in an ideal world, we could iron out all the weaknesses, all the vulnerabilities in our trading plan, in our trading personality, and just plow on. But there's times when we're just up against a brick wall. Maybe we are, constantly breaking our trading rules. Maybe we're constantly chasing the market when we shouldn't be. Maybe we're trading too much size. Maybe we're this, maybe we're that. Maybe we're, all the kind of mistakes that we make as traders, digging ourselves a big hole or whatever it may be. So perhaps you can construct a trading plan around your weaknesses and that runs in line with your strengths. So let's say, for example, you're very bad at getting caught up trading the open when you're not very good at trading the open. Well, your trading plan would just say, come to the screen 1 hour after the open. Let's just say you're very bad at getting sucked into the market. Let's say you're a swing trader, predominantly, you look for 2 or 3 day hold, so a short-term swing trader. And you often find yourself impulsively trading when you're at the screens and you see a setup you like. Solution, you just only do your analysis after the market's closed, so you can't act on that impulse. You can't place that swing trade just because you feel like it's like something. So the point is, guys, is that you're adjusting and adapting your plan to round your weaknesses. Now, your strengths may be, hey, I'm very good at picking market direction. I'm very good at having an idea of when the market might turn. I'm very good at getting a feel for the conditions. I'm very good at judging this, judging that. All right, so that's the starting point. Then from there, you go, right, now, what am I not so good at? Well, I get caught up in this, I overtrade, I take trades I shouldn't do. Okay, so then you say, well, when's the best time for me to trade? Or perhaps the best time for me to trade is at the open and place orders, or maybe before the open, I place some orders. So I have some orders ready, bids under the market, offers above the market, wherever it may be. Then maybe I come in at lunchtime or European close, if you're trading the US, for example, and adjust those orders or see where my positions are. Put my stops in, of course, have all risk protected. And then maybe you come in just before the US close to choose to manage the position or to see what's happened with your orders over those last few hour periods. So you're eliminating that desire to overtrade. If you cannot deal with it, and if it's something that's always cropping up, then try a different approach. Because too often, guys, and I've talked about this before, is that we have this scenario, right? And many traders are at this position. This is a position that got me for so long, is you come to this point here, right? And you could say this point here is profitability and this point here is losing. Whatever kind of time frame you're on, because that's broad perspective, isn't it? Is that over a lifetime of a trader? Is that over a month, a quarter, a year, whatever? But however you judge that for yourself, most traders get to this, or very often we get to this point, and it feels like we just can't get over that bridge, or we can't get through that wall. We recognize there's probably 1 or 2 things that's stopping us. And so we keep trying to work on those, we push back, we push forward, we push back, and it seems like months go by and you're still spinning your wheels. And every so often something catches you out and you kind of lose a bit of money and you move back a bit, even though you're trying to progress through this. One thing you can do is exactly what I've mentioned, is to just flip things up, change things up, sit down and go, okay, what are my strengths, right? Write it down. What are my strengths? List them all here. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, and what are my weaknesses? And then list them all. Bang, 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 right? So when you've got those down there, you then adjust the strategy to suit. So if you say, okay, well, my strengths are picking direction, recognizing the big play for the day, recognizing trading the open, whatever. Weaknesses might be getting sucked into the close, over trading, chasing something I've missed out on. Okay, so now you can formulate that and go, well, how do I avoid chasing something I've missed out on? Well, if I'm only checking the market when the market's closed, I won't be able to chase it because I won't have the impulse to do it because the market will be closed. What about if I'm trading impulsively too much size when I see some action? Well, then just use limit orders. The rule is that you put your orders in before the market and you see what happens. Or you say, okay, I'm just going to use limit orders, I'm not going to use market orders. So, you know, there's ways around it, some more extreme than the others. Anyways, the moral of this story is, listen, if you're banging your head up against a brick wall and you feel like you're just that far away from where you want to be, and the point is when you get across this kind of threshold, which is always a moving threshold as well, then it really starts to kind of momentum starts to gather. But sometimes we're hitting these walls along our journey that really kind of stop things and really struggle to get through. So what I'm saying to you guys is, if you are hitting this, take multiple steps back and look at the way you're trading, look at your plan, look at your approach, and go, right, biggest vulnerabilities, biggest strengths, what would be the best plan to angle around my biggest strengths or angle around my biggest weaknesses and really leverage on my biggest strengths? Because if you can get that, then this will just crumble. Because otherwise you're kind of banging your head up, banging your head again, and you've got these challenges of trying to get rid of these ingrained things. I'm sure you'll get better at it and it will happen, but it's just to speed up the process a bit. It's like, okay, this might happen, and you never know. You might find a beautiful little strategy that works well for you. I know guys who trade specific times, specific stocks, specific markets, specific ways, and loads of little tricks. And even you kind of look at some of the big top hedge fund guys out there, or big traders, you know, they knew their weaknesses, and so they would, you know, implement things, physical things per se, to stop them trading around those weaknesses, to stop them get those weaknesses, getting control of them. So it's all about that, guys. It's, you know, latest things, life hacks, right? So we call it trading hack, couldn't we? And that's one thing to do, guys. Adjust your trading plan to go around your weaknesses and play to your strengths. Anyway, see you next one. Take care. Bye bye.